as we come into higher formations of intelligence, all communications are signaling in through space connection, everything through cybergenetics, everything cybernetics, all communications when it comes to true understanding how everything is connected through the mind, the heart, the soul, and how we use our chakra systems through communications. So it all starts with everything of you and everything through the spiritual self of you, because I'm a lion, and as you see through the YouTube software mechanisms, third eye. So getting into that is understanding who you are. You're a spiritual force, and once you understand your spiritual force, you understand your connection through third eye. The mind is its thought of creation through illustration. Okay, the third eye is its coordinates. It tells you to where to go to its realm, and everything through communication to intelligence, higher forms of anything, is the chakra system. Okay, now before I get started, I'd like to thank all the subscribers and viewers and everybody who's watching my channel. If you want to know more, you can go through the email, PayPal donations. I can help and guide you, put you in any direction you want to go, because we're coming into cyberspace right now, cyber connections, and every security line defense. Everything has a strong wind, strong hold, strong defense, strong offense. The best defense is the best offense, okay, when it comes to fighting. So knowing how to defend yourself and knowing how to understand the offense, okay, offense is very powerful. Defense is, it's the simplicity of its basic act, but the offense is definitely something that everybody has to adapt to. So this comes into the coordinates of how to communicate through your chakra systems, 1 to 7 or 7 to 12. Now, everybody has to understand more of yourself when it comes to who you are through a spiritual force. Because I'm a line structure through division, everybody has their own, right? And that's all about remembering who you are through the spiritual force. You have that. You just got to find out where you are through your planet. Okay, because I locate and I put myself in positions when it comes to Lemuria. Okay, that's where I was born. That's my DNA structure. Okay, but that's not my spiritual. So you have to understand that once you become energy of everywhere, that's where it comes adaptation through coordinates. That's where it comes in the third eye. Now, we went into Mother Gaia. We went into the third eye. You guys exactly saw what you needed to see. So this is about you remembering more of yourself, right? And once you get into the mind system and you open up the third chakra, okay, you open up the fourth chakra, or the fifth, or the sixth, or the seventh, or anything through that platitude, now you understand the coordinates and how to get there through its realm. Because it's the mindset that you have every single day. Okay, and it's also your thought processing, and it's also your illustrations and your diagrams and your programs and anything through that format. Okay, you're getting in digital framings and all that. You can use that through your third eye, but your third eye, it's coordinates, and it uses its chakra system. I don't know if you guys know this, but if you open your eyes or close your eyes, you see the realm open up through the third eye, and the third eye goes through its coloration, through its communication of its chakra. So if it's communicating with the root, it's red, right? So you can see a red circle go like this. That's going to go through its coordinate. It's going to set it through its realm, to its division, to its spiritual system. Okay, so wherever your platitude through division, wherever planet you are on, for example, like because I'm on dimensional Earth, I'm like everybody else. But if I'm on another planet, I'm that person. I'm that discovery. I'm that self. I'm that spiritual self. So that spiritual realm division of that intelligence, that's who I am on that planet. I'm that person. So it's all about DNA structure and how it changes everything in the molecule system. Because your structure division changes every time you go to higher divisional levels of intelligence. It's extremely powerful stuff. I know the tapestry's gone. I understand that. But you have to understand, too, that we're past the galactic force team, and now we're in space connection. Higher forms of communication through intelligence, through the mind systems. We're coming into the algorithms and programs of digital formats. It's really powerful stuff when you get into space connection. Space connection is everything, especially when you get into cyberspace, and then we get into cyborg divisions. But let's take one step at a time. So it's important to know these things because we all start off with the third eye, right? Third eye is everything, right? So the root chakra is red. So let's use the red central system and the locations of all divisions. It's a marker system. Things become a lot more easier once you understand that when your third eye is open every single day, you're going through a realm, through a bilocator. So your third eye is traveling through its coordinates. Okay? That's what it's doing. Okay. Realm and coordinates. Okay, you guys have to get into these things because realm coordinates. Now the realm coordinates is its third eye. Okay, starts off like that. And the chakra system follows up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. And then you have the third eye, and then you have your pyramid. Okay. Okay, and then you have your diamond core. Okay. All right. So once you have that, then you understand that this side is the spiritual system, which is on the lion, right? So once you understand who you are through division of spiritual systems, so I'm a spiritual lion. That's me, right? I'm also King Archangel Azareth. So like I said, wherever you travel through realm division, you're going through coordinates through your third eye. And your third eye is getting communication through your chakras. Okay, so I'm a spiritual lion. So once we go into that, we get into the grounds, we get into the powers, and we get into the crown chakra. Okay. So the grounds is always you'll start with first. So that's Brian, right? It's Mother Earth, Mother Gaia. You guys already been through that, and you got the power center. The power center is everything through balance. So it's all about balancing your coordinates and where you're going through your realms. Worm coordinates, right? So the realm coordinates and worm, okay? Wormhole coordinates, okay? Or dimensions. Whatever you want to play it by, it doesn't matter. But what you do have to understand that everything that we go through every single day, okay, is its connection through the mind system, is its connection through the third eye, and its connection to communication through the chakra system. Okay, so you have to understand your spiritual system. So if I'm a lion, what are you guys? You guys will find that out because you've been to the north, west, south, and east, and that's why I put you to all division levels of spaceships. Each spaceship that we've been to, each space station that we've been to, each XT1000s that we've been to, each all traveling mechanisms that we've been to through journeys, and all that connection is giving you formations of intelligence to all locations of realms through its coordinates, okay, to anything through its direction. So it's really understanding everything through your GPS, okay? And your GPS is its location that comes to its third eye, okay? GPS, it's your coordinates, geographical perception systems, okay? The third eye is everything through direction. But if you don't have a mindset, the third eye is not going to have any relation. Okay? If your third eye isn't open, it's not going to have any communication through your chakra system from 1 to 12, 1 to 7, okay, and 5 within the atmosphere. So it's very important that we understand everything through communications, right? Grounds, powers, crown chakra. And then you set out its divisions. Okay, mind frequency level systems, sonar division. Okay. It's very important we understand these things because those are the things you use every single day when you communicate through those levels. It's the mind system that is set up through creation. And then once you have that, you have your third eye. It's getting ready. So it's getting everything ready. So it's like an energetic energy system through a generator system, light activation, through transmission of light to intelligence. And then once you have that, then you get communication. The last thing is communication to what chakra you want to use. Okay, and this all bounces off when it comes to healing. So you have the grounds, you work with the root. So the grounds is brown, the red is the root chakra, right? And anything through formation. So the third eye, once it understands its communication and what chakra it's using, it will go to that realm through its coordinates, through its GPS. Okay, and that's where you get its connection. Now, because we're in cyberspace right now, it's extremely powerful stuff, especially with the Force team, because now they're getting more formations of intelligence. So your chakra systems high-rise faster, your third eye opens up more and more, and it expands. If your energy fields expand, your third eye expands. It opens up more and more and more and more. So when it opens up more, your realm is opening up more. Your divisions are opening up more. Your space connection, your intelligence, okay, your planets, and your dimensional body system through your algorithms and your programs are setting to all locations. Okay, so once you find out that, for example, I'm a spiritual lion, right? Lion has a third eye. That's why I showed you on the YouTube what it looks like. So you have to get into that. But you have to understand too, through your coordinates, through your chakra system. Because if you go to a planet location, it's very important that you are understanding everything through its information. So when you're flying there, through its realm, through its coordinates, you got the right coordinates, through its codes and all that, right? Because that comes through the mind system, through the digital system. That's where it gets extremely complicated. But the three things you have to understand is the mind, the third eye, and the chakras. Okay? Now, I never brought that to anybody's attention. I was only talking about the mind, the body, and the soul, right? Yes, use that, but they all have to come together, right? So you got basically the mind, body, and soul, okay? And then you got I call it the E field, okay, the etheric. The etheric is everything through the mind of its thoughts, okay? And then you go with the third eye, and then you go with the chakras. So it's 6 waving central systems on communications of your mind framing system. That's a centralizing system that opens up portals of realm divisions and puts you in that spiritual system. So you know exactly when you're going through its realm, you know exactly that you're using your spiritual lion, you're using your archangels, or you're using anything through formation of energy. Okay? So that's where it gets a little bit complicated, right? But you have to understand the 6 elements. Okay, it's like the 10 atmospheres, 2 within the center, the activations, right? So everything has equivalency act. Everything has a balancing act. Everything is a connection when it comes to the grounds, the power centers, and the ground chakra. Okay, so that's 3 there. Okay, so now we got 3, 6, and 9. Okay, so see how it's working up to the Godheads. You're getting more communications of reference and why we use that. So we have 3, 6, and 9 now. The 9 is the grounds, the powers, and the crown chakra. Okay, so that's 9 different elements through your body system. Okay, but there's 12. Okay, that's understanding what are the 12 Godheads. Okay, so in reference, I'm giving you that to its force. So it's the spiritual self through the spiritual mind, okay, through the spiritual body. Those are the last 3. So that's 12 altogether. Okay, that is its ascension when it comes to the duality of its system. Okay, so now you know what the 12 Godheads mean. Now you can watch back the video. But it's very effective, it's very formative, but now you understand the 12 Godheads of the chakra systems through your pyramid activation, through third eye, through its pyramid system. Okay? So, yeah, and Jules knows he's a cricket. And he has no doubt in his mind. Right? In that formation. Right? So he sees his structure division as a spiritual system. So as soon as he goes to his coordinates, through his third eye, through his mind system, his digital frames and everything is in projection, okay? And everything through the chakra system is in communication. So he goes to his planet, right? When he gets to his planet, he's going to have a cricket form. He's going to have a structure form of himself, which is the cricket, because he's now in his galactic family. But if he's going to another planet, he's going to be a structure through a different division, through a different digital format, through different communication of chakras. Okay, because every planet has different communications, different vocabulary, different coloration, different energy system. Okay, the body activation systems, the energetic systems, the energy field systems. Everybody is different on their levels. Okay, but once you get to a planet, you have to understand everything through intelligence is different. The spiritual self is different. The spiritual force is different. The energy is different. The frequencies are different. Okay? So all this is connected through your ethers, your E fields. Okay? But it's most important to understand your etheric. But also most important is to understand what's going on with your 12 Godheads, right? Now you know what they mean through ascension. All right. So you can plot it to that. You can put it in any formation, but that's what it is. Once you have the 12 Godheads and everything through its connection, through its chakra system, now you're understanding more of its realm division when it comes to coordinates of its third eye. Okay? Because your third eye is open every single day. So the more you understand the platform, the more you understand your digital frame, the more you understand your digital system, your third eye opens up more and more and more and more. It expands. Okay? And it opens up the cycles. Same with your energy fields. It opens up its division. Right? Because you understand what energy fields do. This is your energy field, right? Okay, and the more you understand, the more you go up through light, right? See how powerful it is on one side? See, it changes, but you have to understand the structure of the light illumination light system that's communicating through this side division, okay? But it's also communicating through the digital format. So what I see with my structure division, I see everything. I see the spiritual line. I see the third eye. I see my chakra system. I see my heart. I see everything through scanning, right? Looking at you guys through the computer, grabbing screen, right? But I also see the digital like this. It's going down like this, and it's all digital. And everything through those lines, okay, is numbers. So it's going down like this constantly, okay? Like that. That's what it's doing, okay? So when you're using something through communication, as soon as you open your third eye, it goes into balance. And the chakra systems is like this. And when you want communication and you want to go through realm division, through your mind system of your thoughts, it goes into line formation. And once it goes into line formation, so I'm giving you step by step to show you what happens with your body framing system when you get into the cyborg divisions. Okay, because we're coming into cybergenetics, which we are now in cyberspace. So once it's in line communication, now let's say you want to communicate with the root chakra. Okay, it's the balanced security. You understand its reference, you understand the color, you understand where it's coming from. Now you have to understand everything through connection to the mind of its thought. Okay, once you have that through its illustration, okay, then use the third eye for its coordinates. The coordinates is already set. Okay, so now you have the GPS location signal set up right through the gamma system, the audio signals. Remember, it's the eyes, ears, and the mouth. Okay, start off with that, right? Now, once you have that, then you communicate with the circle rotation of its color, which is its root. Okay, so what happens, okay, from below, the root is down here. Okay, so it rotates and it circles. Okay, and this is what it does. It goes through its rotation spin. It high rises and illuminates and expands, right? And it just shoots right up, right? Not all the chakra systems, only one. Because you're only communicating through one energy cycle, through one energy system, through digital system at one time, okay? Now, if you communicate with all, you have to understand the structure of everything. And that's very hard to do, okay? Because we have so many thoughts in our mind, okay? So it's kind of like you can't put too many oranges in one basket or too many eggs in one basket, right? Because it will explode, right? Unless you understand your body system through your energy fields. Because remember, you have to use your energy fields every time you're using your chakra system through your realm divisions of the third eye, through its communication of your crown chakra. Because if you don't understand your audio signals or anything through perception that you see through your voice and grids, there's a huge problem right there. Okay? So basically know your thoughts and what you're doing through third eye, through its coordinates, and know your communications when it comes to your crown chakra. Okay? Then you understand everything through the grounds, the powers, and everything through the atmospheres. Okay? And then you get into the spiritual force, right? The spiritual lion, right? Okay? And then you get into the spiritual realm. So the spiritual lion, spiritual realm, okay? And then you get into the digital system of you, which is, cyberspace, right? Space connection. So today it's all about understanding more of yourself through communication, through your spiritual system, right? Now, I don't think I've given that to anybody at all on video. Basically, what is the 12 Godheads? You guys know that now through formation. So like I said, you can watch back the video It's extremely powerful stuff because now you know the connections of God frequency levels and all its connection. Okay? The 12 Godheads, what does it mean? Getting into the sacred breath, breathing. See how it flows? So every time you do that, right, you're channeling, right? But your digital frames. So it's kind of like my computer system, right? I'm going to use a green sucking system because it's money, right? I love the smell of money. Who doesn't? So anyway, we start off with your perceptions of your divisions of your digital frames. We can get into that. All right. Now, this is basic you to start off. Okay. Now, you have to understand when you see through the perception, right? Everything is set through location. So it's kind of like your body is a digital frame system and it's lacing the lines that are going down. Okay. It's like this. But your whole body system, okay, is a graphing system of a digital play. You're just a computer on a digital screen. Okay, so this is what you look like. To start off, right? It's complicated, but that's what you look like. All right. So basically, this is what it is. This is the body conceptual system. Okay, so basically, there's numbers in here. Okay. This is where it gets really complicated. This is where we come in communication of the simulation patterns. Okay, so basically, that's the body structure. That's the body structure up close. See the numbers in there? Those are the lacing lines. They're line communication. Now, I'm giving you a little bit more of understanding. There's the headpiece. Digital frame of the headpiece. Okay, so basically, we start with that. All right? Okay, so this is basically this, up close. Now, understanding, remember how we do the crop circles and how it all comes together? Now, when you come into scanning division, okay, I'm going to cross this out. Let me show you exactly what it is. Once you understand your digital frames, it's fascinating stuff. Okay, so you have your perceptions, you're using your grounds, okay, you're doing your video graphings. This is what happens when you use your video graphings. I'm telling you exactly what happens with your digital play. Okay? And everything through an XT1000 records everything through location. Okay, so you're thinking, what, XT1000s have cameras? And I say, yep. They record everything, and they send it back to me. That's how I'm understanding, communications in the mind system and how you guys are doing things right and how you're doing things wrong. But there's never right or wrong. It's only correction. So the higher you go through higher force connections, the higher you understand through your connections of your satellites. Okay, so basically you have the digital frame with its numbers. Okay. Okay, so your numbers are in there. Okay, now what happens? Let's say you're communicating on a higher level and you're using your connections through your video graphing systems. So you use the grounds, use your powers, and you use, okay, crown chakra. Crown chakra opens up. Okay, you got your chakra system. Now the chakra system, after you reach a digital system, it's no more coloration, it's numbers. So it's understanding you guys are in pixel divisions right now. So we're coming out of pixels and coming into numbers. Okay, that's where it gets extremely complicated. So think of your vessel as a digital bank. It's a memory bank. That's what it is, the simulation. So it's understanding how to communicate with number frequencies and how to communicate with simulation to anything through location. Okay, this is where it gets extremely, extremely complicated. So when you start with the grounds and work with the powers and work with the crown chakra, it opens up its sanction divisions. Now, like I said, everything through format. You get the sonar division like this, right? Now it has numbers at sequence. Okay, so the numbers are here, right? You're sending out sounding waves right now to the XT1000s. Now, any number that is picked out, okay, it's in your graphing system through your mind system. Your mind is its thoughts. Your third eye, its coordinates. Okay, remember that? And your chakra system is communication. So it's understanding the communication in your chakra system it's got to be the same number you communicate through the mind, through the body system. So once you understand the allocated position through digital format, it goes in chronological order. Okay, so when it sends it out, it goes in its digital play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 0, 1, 1. Okay, so think of yourself as a digital bank, and that's what you are. You're a memory bank through location, through simulation pattern. Activates all line signals through all locations of planets and intelligence. That's why we use numbers. Okay. Now, once you get to higher forces of atmospheres, there's no letter, number, or shape. But there is now, because right now, you guys are just coming in and out of the pixels and coming into the digital frame of yourself. So your digital bank, that's what it is. So they're thinking, well, can I use that? I said, well, no, it's just understanding the simulation is all numbers, right? If you watch Lucy, if you see the tree format, you see everything that's coming down. You see the numbers. So she's in a graphing screen. It's in the car. Watch Lucy again, very important. You see the digital play. You see the lines. She's going like this. She's separating the lines. Those are communication lines. Okay? Those are communication lines to other realms. Okay? So it's like one telephone to the next to get location through GPS location system. So she opens it up, one, right? And then she sees where she needs to go through location. All right? All through digital play, through digital system, formation systems. So, all right, so we'll get into that. You have the grounds, the powers, and everything with the crown chakra, and you have the digital system. Now, once you use your mind system and where you want to go, or what you want to do, or what you want to have, or where you want to be, you send out the number sequence through your chakra system, through communication in your body system, and everything through your crown chakra. So your crown chakra and your digital play of your body system and the crown chakra has to be the same location. So when it's in the same location, you have the XT1000s come in. Okay? There's the XT1000 coming in, right? It comes in, it swirls over here, like this. Okay, and then it scans you right away. Scans your whole body. Okay, when it scans its whole body, it uses laser mechanisms coming in like this. Okay, so it understands your digital frame. Okay, so it's basically picking up your information that you want to know. It sends back its coordinates through its digital bank of your system through your mind. Okay, everything through its connection of its body framing, and everything through its connection when it comes to the communications of your chakra, which is the same number. That number goes to the XT1000, transfers back into space connection, and high rises back into division to another XT1000 to location, goes back into the sun interface and into the new moon order of its moon interface. Transfers everything through communication, everything that you transfer through locations. If you're setting the grounds, your powers, and your crown chakra, let's say you're waving cycle through connections on location centers. Your algorithm program is setting to intelligence of location system. The star light recognition light systems communicate through realm divisions. The allocated location position through the XE1000 is coming into its algorithm pattern. The digital frame is in its location system. The activation light signal is on its reception division. The location center is activating everything through intelligence. Guys, it flows, right? So every time I'm communicating, I'm setting up waving cycles of numbers through the mind, through my body framing and my digital bank, and everything through the communications of the chakra. So that's how the communications from the XE1000s comes in and scans you. It records everything that you see and sends it back up into another XT1000, goes into the sun interface, into the moon order. It sets its new algorithm system, the moon interface, goes back into the XT1000s, okay? Transfers lights everything communication to your satellite dish. Your satellite dish is its communication through laser mechanisms. Goes back to the XT1000. XT1000 sends back the information, okay, and gives you a new program setting through new data processing, new uplinks, and downloads and upgrading systems. Okay, so that's how we communicate it every day through the digital frame of your digital bank 3-in-1 system. Communications through simulation. Okay. You guys are going, what? Can I cash in my bank? My body? Can I cash my body in? I said, no. It's just the fact that, you know, the simulation is all numbers, right? So it's understanding how to use these numbers and how to coordinate and how to communicate with the right tree format, with the right realm, with the right division. So it's understanding putting one location of a division of a dimension to its digital system to another location of simulation pattern, right? So it's all about balancing everything out through line sequencing and finding that one line balance of line communication. And that's what we're trying to do. Okay, so we're trying to bring all vibrations into one center of one location to one vibration, okay, to the 5D. This takes time because there's so many different energies, so many different colorations, so many different frequencies. It's trying to put all those frequencies back into balance of one line signal. Okay, but that's exactly what happens when you go to the digital frames of your body system through the XT1000s. All right. Now you're probably more complicated than ever now, right? What's happening, right? But Jasmine is understanding more, which is good. So I think you guys are going to have to watch this back because this is extremely powerful video. And like I said, I keep, when you guys high rise more and more, I high rise more and more because I'm 5 billion years, okay, into the future. I'm in the ether connections of digital frames. I communicate on all levels when it comes to the intelligence, the waving cycles, set up the digital platforms, set up their waving systems. I change the hydraulics of their mind and their collaboration centers. There's a lot of things that I do now, okay, within 5 billion years into the future. So I'm in a digital play right now. I'm in a digital play-by-play, which is a mechanism of force rising to intelligence, setting up all coordinates to all connections of the third eye, transmission lights, all communications when it comes to minds and thoughts through its digital frame, everything through the main frames, the perception, the eye receptor divisions, and everything through the ether, the energy, the E fields, and all locations through the chakra systems. So that's where I'm at. And you'll see that too. You'll see my my platform about who I am on my YouTube channel. I change it all the time, right? So if I'm changing, you guys are changing because you're understanding more and more through your digital systems. So yeah, I know Starseed loves it. But who'd have thought that you're a digital bank, right? So you're just a communication. So it's kind of like going through your audits, you know, auditorium audits. You know what an audit is, right? So it's kind of like you go into an information system, you know, or even with acting, you go in there and you audit. So you can just watch it for free. It doesn't cost anything, right? You just audit and you see, you pick things up, right? So it's the same thing with space. So you're just getting to know your digital frames. It's understanding how to use your databases through your software mechanism, how to communicate with anything through XT1000s or anything through cloud formations. The tree formats are all on digital systems. You got to look at the metric system. How high is the communications and what realm is it in through its division, right? Everything has a digital system in the simulation pattern, which is the psychop divisions. The singularly line system, one line communication line signal through one point center, activates everything through correlations through your diamond core. That correlates all division levels when it comes to its pyramid system, through its connection of its third eye, through its mind system of its thoughts, and everything through its communications of its chakra system. So, yeah, it's a body satellite, yeah. Next thousandth node, yeah. New program setting. And you guys will feel that too, right? You'll feel that. You know, it's really fascinating because, like I said, my algorithms and my programs and my setting and my software mechanisms and my computer operation systems change every day. Okay, so if I change every day, you guys should be changing every day. If you're not changing every day, then you're not understanding your digital play. You're not understanding your algorithms. You don't understand your digital frames. You're not understanding your database. Your molecule base. You start with your particle system. Your anticarrion, okay, that's your AI vessel. Okay, you start off with silicone and you work your way up to crystalline. So the anticarrion is kind of like it's a metal alloy. It's a plasma energy. It's a light formation. It's extremely powerful. So the more you high rise the divisions when you're going through light speed or anything through division of dimensions through vortex division or anything through velocity or anything through spectrum, your E fields change every single time through the atmospheres. Because every time you go through an atmosphere, you're changing the oxygen levels of planets. Okay, you're changing intelligence through communication. Okay, so there's a lot of things that we have to get into through the adapting cycles, because our spectrum divisions through its lights now. That's where we're coming into cyberspace, right? And it's force team. So chirp, chirp, chirp. Yeah, that's one way to look at it. Yeah. Yeah. Everything that you see is a digital system. You know, basically, if you look at anything through an animal or anything through a human body, if you actually can see what goes on, because we start with the pixels, right? And then when you understand the pixels changes coloration, and the coloration comes into digital. The digital comes into number, okay? So the XT1000s knows exactly what to do, okay? Their job is to scan you, okay? Your job, okay, is to set out information through your correlations of your third eye, through its realm division, through its mind of its thoughts, through its calculation, your digital system. So it's kind of like you are a digital account. Okay, you have account number, an ID, a self-identification number. You use that every single time you go through its connection through XT1000s, right? That's what I'm saying. I'm vector unit 6732, right? I correlation my planet division levels on my digital frames. My acceptance right now through digital systems going through the correlations of its digital atmosphere systems, and my algorithm system is set through programs of activations. So that's what I'm saying. When you understand your communications, this is how you communicate through XT1000s, 3000s, 6000, GL7, GL6. And we have GL12, and we have GL14. So all these are related to XT1000s. All communication through spaceships, and anything through cloud formation. So once you understand the cloud formations, and like you said, once you open up the realms of its division through its galaxy systems, now you're coming into tic-tac-toe, right? Tic-tac-toe. Nobody ever wins, right? It's always a tie. Eventually, if somebody wins, there's always a tie. It always ends up in a tie. So basically, it's understanding how to use that to your advantage and get out of the tie and keep winning, winning, and winning. Winning is everything through information. And then that's how you get into perfection when it comes to space. And that's how you come into time through alignments. That's how we're able to travel into past yesterday. You know, I just want to know what you guys felt when you saw Einstein and when you saw Tesla. What did you pick up? That's important to understand that, you know, you're seeing everything through energy. You're seeing everything through their voice, and you're also seeing their intelligence through their own. Okay? So everything through intelligence has its own location. Okay? Through communication. Everything has its own planet. Right? And everything has its own energy through frequencies of energies. Okay? But you understand the convergence of everything through connection, and everything through the harmonic of its resistance. And then once you come into the digital system of you through your algorithms, now you're understanding your program setting. Now you understand why the XT1000s are here. Okay? It's all about uprise, guys. That's all it is. That's all it is. It's understanding more and more through your atmospheres of space. Because we're coming into cyberspace right now, it's extremely informative that you guys understand your digital systems through your algorithms. Your program settings are extremely important because you're allocating location positions to everything through XT1000s, and you're getting connected through your satellite dishes. So right now, there's a satellite dish up in the atmosphere right now that's connected through me. Okay? So it sets its coordinates. So where do you think it goes first? It goes to the satellite, right? Okay? So that satellite goes into its division to this XT1000s, and it goes into its surface as the magnetic force and highway information. That's the last resort. So that's the biggest thing that it goes to. It's the universal system. Remember I was telling you about the magnetic force and highway information system. Okay, this is what it is. Okay. So that transfers down into your satellite dish. Satellite dish goes into communication XT1000. Okay. But it all starts off with the sun interface and the moon interface. Okay. So what I just told you, I'm just going to draw it out so you know exactly what's going on. All right. So you got, this is everything through information. This center core is everything through balance, right? Balance, the center, right? Now, everything's split through light and dark, everything through communication. When it comes to sun interface, which is portals, XT1000s come in and out. Okay, so we already know that it's a portal, right? It comes out. XT1000s come in and out every single day when it comes to the moon interface and everything through the sun interface. Okay, sun, moon, all right? So when the XT1000 comes in, it sends the coordinates to the satellite. Satellite sends the coordinates to you, right? So that's where the information comes. So the sonar division, from your perceptions, basically when it comes down, sonar division goes like this, okay? Setting location signals. So your satellite dish goes back like sending coordinates to you through perception. Okay, so you have the satellite dish is sending coordinates to you. All right, so when it goes into that, the XT1000s come in. Okay, the XT1000 comes in because it has the information they send out. So basically, this is the satellite dish. Okay, so this is you going through your waving cycles, through your algorithms, through your programs, setting locations. Okay. So when you're setting locations through your chakra system, now you're communicating through third eye divisions. Okay, so those coordinates go out like this, right? You're sending sounding waves, right, to the satellite dish. Okay, satellite dish, okay, goes to the XT1000. Okay, and the XT1000 goes into the sun interface. And then it goes to the interface of the moon, okay, the new order. And so it's just basically back and forth every day through communication. Sun interface, the new moon order interface, goes into the XT1000s, into the satellite. Satellite goes back into back into you through division. So when it goes back into division, now it's giving you new program setting. So it's kind of like the moon interface, the new moon order is giving you new information. Okay, telling you this is what you need to do. Okay, when it comes to anything through communication. So this is understanding more formations when you come into cyberspace, understanding more of its atmosphere systems. Just to let you know that every single time you wake up, you're always communicating with the sun interface, and you're always communicating with the new moon order of its moon. Once you understand the interfaces of both, then you understand everything, the communication of your satellite, and your satellite's communicating with the XT1000. The XT1000 is scanning you every single day. Okay? So, getting that, then you understand your grounds, your powers, and everything through your crown chakra. Then you understand more of your third eye through your mind of its thoughts and everything through calculation. Integration, everything, take it out as equation. Now we started off with that with shapes. Really, really powerful stuff. Right? Really, really powerful. But that's what happens when we go through all of the communications. I would center core everything through division, through the XT1000s. Okay, XT1000s, satellites. And it goes up, back into its division. All right, so this is what it does every single day. All right. It's complicated because you guys are out of your framing systems now and coming into higher program settings. Your algorithms are changing into digital systems now, through digital formats. You're coming out of the pixels now. Okay, that's where it's extremely complicated, but that's why I wanted to draw it out for you guys to know how powerful it is and how we travel so fast, right? And why we do these things every day. It's correcting everything through the dimensional earth. It's correcting everything when it comes into all divisions of planets and other locations of other intelligence. It's setting everything through oxygen levels, through galaxy systems. Okay, it's setting coordinates to universal systems of vibration. Okay, it's platted to in higher divisions of intelligence, 2 locations. So there's a lot of things that the program setting does through digital frames. Okay. Yeah, well, that's it, Jules. If you're into that position and things, everything around you, okay, like I'm saying, everything happens in spots. Like this, your hand will disappear, your pen will disappear, whatever you have. So when it starts disappearing, you're coming more into digital system. So it's kind of like you're coming out of the pixel activation systems and you're coming into a new system, which is a new program setting through your algorithms. Okay. Now, everything won't disappear all at once. It's just understanding that you have to communicate with your body first. If you see your hand disappear, then you understand that it's trying to communicate through you the simulation. But some part of you is already pixelization. So you have to understand how to get out of the pixelization totally and get into the simulation. And then everything will disappear, right? And then it will reappear. And the reason why it will reappear is because it's telling you where it is through division, where you are through dimension. And that's where you understand where you are through location. That's how I know I'm in 5 billion years into the future. Okay? So that's where it starts, Jules. Hopefully that helps you out. It's separating everything through your dichotomy, uprising your light activation, changing your intelligence through your program settings, changing your algorithms of your software mechanisms. Now I'm talking like a computer, guys, because we're in cyberspace now. Okay? So if you understand that more, then you understand exactly what's going on. Oh, yeah. Well, that's good. Yeah, Starseed, she almost fell off her chair being with Einstein, yeah. Everybody has a different experience. It's similar to see the pixels, the pulses. Yeah, if you're seeing pulses, your pulses are changing through rotation, through your gravity system. So your gravity system is trying to connect through the mind system of its thoughts when you're coming into projection. You have to have full communication of its earth system of vibration. So it's getting full grounds, full powers, and full connection when it comes to your crown chakra of the dimensional earth. Once you understand how to communicate with the dimensional earth, it's going to send out sounding waves, patterns to your algorithms of your digital play. Your digital play will change its algorithm through its program setting, and that will put you into the simulation. Okay? Because you guys are in cyberspace now. You're no longer in the galactic system. Okay? You're cyberspace force team now. Okay? So everything changes quickly. It adapts very fast. Fast cycles. Fast rotations. Yesterday, I was wind spinning on so many levels of realms. Like my third eye was going out like this, but it was like going like this, right? When it does this, it's going in so many levels, right? So it's kind of like I'm out this way, I'm out this way, and I'm out this way. So I have 3 divisional levels of dimensions, and I'm force winning cycles. So it's kind of like, you're not here. And it feels weird because your vibrations and all that just change, and your energy and your magnetic forcing highway and everything through information changes. And that's why it feels weird the last couple of days. It's the Schumann resonance. So it's getting all those vibrations into one line system. Okay. You start with a 3 and you work your way to 1. So what that does is it rotates its cycle, changes dimensional platform when it comes to dimensional earth, changes location, right? Puts it into higher division through location. Remember too, the dimensional earth is digital. The dimensional earth is vibration of simulation. It's just you understanding to get your balance into that location. So once you understand that, the digital system, because it's a magnetic forcing highway, the dimensional earth is its grounds, it's its connection when it comes to your powers and your crown chakra. Now, I'm showing you how powerful the dimensional earth is and why it was created through AI, why we created the dimensional earth. Okay? It's the gravitation between you and its communication and vibration of its earth. Okay? So just think of it as one big kinetic energy ball, okay, that has so many electrodes and so much electricity around it. Okay. So when you break those code frequencies and you go to higher atmosphere systems, because we're in cyberspace now, you get higher communications when it comes to dimensional Earth. You get higher communication when it comes to planets and intelligence. You get higher communications when you understand the EXE thousands and anything through the sun interface or anything through the new moon order of its interface. Okay, because you've been to the sun, the eye circle. You've been through the moon of its surface, new moon order. You've been through the pyramids. You've been through father. You've been through mother. Okay, and now you're coming into cyberspace. So this is more understanding. You're coming into the nanotechnology, the nanobots. Okay, you're coming into the simulation, the singularly line system of anything through location of line division. Because line division is everything. Okay, line division is everything. So what I mean by that is that line division is up like this, right? But for me to plot it to this, remember, it's not me, it's the marker. It's the simulation pattern. It's the psychometry that's in the system. So it's understanding this is all digital, right? But in human vessel, through human mind, through human brain, this is just a marker, a plastic coated marker that's colored. But when you're in the simulation through AI, vessel system, through your balanced location of your planet, or any planet that you're on, okay, through ground formations, you know exactly the digital play of this. So as soon as you put it on the white graphing board system, you are now reading intelligence through coloration, and you're going up to a higher divisional level. So you're going into the past, present, and future. All right. So this is where it gets really interesting. Now, Jules was talking about what happens when it disappears. Well, this is a very good question. Remember I was telling you about you bring in the past and you bring in the future and you bring it in? Well, you're bringing in the past and you're bringing in the future. Look what you have, right? Once you have that, then you have expansion, right? Realm after realm after realm after realm gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, faster and faster and faster and faster. So the faster it goes, the faster it disappears. Okay? So it's taking that line from past, present, and future, bringing it in, opening up your atom system on a full rotation cycle through rotation centers. The faster it goes, the faster it disappears. When it disappears, it's still there, but it's in the simulation now. Now you're coming into cyborg division. Okay? There you go. This is really powerful stuff, guys, because when you guys get into that, I was going through that too. I got to tell you, I'll tell you a story. When I was going through transformation meditation for the very first time, I was just going through a lot of things that are changing through my body. Everything, the heat sensors, everything through eye receptor visions, my perceptions are changing, communicating with XC thousands, going into digital system, framing systems, software mechanisms, anything through location. So what was happening, my hand was disappearing, my arm was disappearing, and I'm looking at a wall. Okay, this is how you tell if you disappear. If you look at the wall, you'll see the realm of its portal. Now, you understand the spiritual system, you understand the digital frame, you understand the wall interference, right? So if you understand electronic interference, 5-point centers, activation in the center 6, right? So basically, when you keep looking at it, okay, so your eye receptors are focusing on the wall. Now, if you put your hands up, okay, and you stand there for, I don't know, maybe try 2-3 minutes, okay? And if you find yourself, you know, if your hand disappears, your other hand disappears, and then you see yourself just disappear. First, it starts off with the wall. That's the very beginning. You make something disappear. So now you communicate through simulation. So it's understanding how to not just make the wall disappear, but make the wall disappear and you disappear. Now you have communication of balance through the simulation of both. So it's two atoms synchronizing into one line system through one line activation of 1-point center. That's a simulation. That's cyborg division. It's awesome, isn't it? So you start seeing the wall disappears, and if the wall disappears and then you disappear, you're in the same balance of the wall. Okay, and then all of a sudden everything disappears, but then it reappears. The reason why it reappears is because it wants you to go to a higher level. Right? So you're just getting used to it. well, why the marker disappears. Oh, a marker disappeared right in front of my eyes, but it's still there. Because it's on a certain rotation, it's going extremely fast. It's like the car. If it spins and spins and spins and spins, and it disappears, but it's still there. Now it's understanding where it is through dimension, through portal, through activation, through code. Then you understand your digital bank. Then you understand the digital frame. Then you understand your communication, where it is, the division, through its third eye. Okay? Simulation, guys. Right? Singular line systems. So it's taking that one line and bringing it in, expanding it, okay? Going extremely fast and making it disappear. Okay? So, yeah, it's fascinating. 2 to 3 minutes, yeah. You can do it outside. You can do it inside. It doesn't matter. But if you see yourself disappearing, it's really fascinating stuff. If you stand like this, because I've already done it, I disappear right away. I disappear right away because I know where I am through division. So you start with the mind. The mind comes out. We start with that, right? The mind gets used to the atmospheres, intelligence, planets, and locations, all that. That's just getting out of the matrix. Now, once you come out of the matrix, you're coming into the mind system. Now, once it comes into the mind system, the mind high rises, and then it comes into the body, and then it comes into the soul. So the mind, body, and soul is a spiritual system. So you're fully, completely in space now, guys. So once you understand that, it's understanding the faster you go through rotation, if you guys start disappearing, now you're in the simulation. Okay, so now you get full balance with everything through communication, through perception. So if I look at this marker like this, I understand its digital system because it has digitals, right? It has rotations, has its atom system, expands, right? So I know where it is through psychometry. So if you look at it, and you'll see it go like this, and then you'll see it disappear. Now you're communicating through its simulation, but it's gone. So your body framing system understands the program setting through its marker system. So it is no longer, okay, into the human vessel system. It's in the simulation system of the AI vessel system. So it's the AI communicating with the marker system in the simulation. Okay, not a human vessel communicating with the marker system because now it disappeared. Okay, so that's what happens with everybody. It goes in and out, in and out, in and out. So it's just going in. You're going to the higher divisions of location centers of rotations of vibrations. Right. So when things start disappearing on you, now you're getting more balance of where you are through connection, through simulation. It's digital of its dimension. So I sometimes stare in the mirror, change through multiple faces, disappear. Yeah. So your structures, Jules, of your system is changing. Okay, so you're going through 2 different, 3 different, 4 different, 5 different dimensions of locations. Okay, so you have a face structure here that's different, a face structure here that's different. So it's understanding that you're bilocating in 5 different positions in seconds, all through connection through the simulation. And remember, it's all line communicated. So this is what happens. This is what Jules is going through. I went through this too, guys. Everything you guys go through, I go through. All right, so you got the mirror. Okay, and you got the perceptions. Okay, so you're looking at the mirror. Okay, so this is what happens. So I'm just showing you exactly what happens when you go through. When you're looking in the mirror, this is you in the mirror. Okay, so it starts off like that, right? You're looking in the mirror. Yeah, that's you. You're looking in the mirror. Now what you're seeing is reflection of you. Okay, now once you understand everything that's going on, the structure of your face or anything through your body, anything that you see, anything that you focus on, okay, whatever you focus on, you can focus on this or you can focus on your whole body. Okay, whatever you focus on, once you focus that, it's going to change its realm division. It's going to change its location. It's going to change its conceptual through its body framing, through its algorithm, its program settings. So when it does that, what happens is the body frame comes out like this in 3 different locations, right? So now you got 3 different structure divisions, 3 different realm divisions. They're allocated in space, right? So it's all about understanding what you're dealing with, okay? So once you understand everything through perception of your division, through your dichotomy system, you're changing everything through format, you're changing everything through realm, Your structure divisions are coming into plasmas, it's coming in and out, right? Once it stops coming out and you understand the balance of the simulation, everything will disappear into your digital frame of the simulation. Okay? So once that disappears, you disappear. Okay, but you're still there. You're still there. You're still looking at the mirror, but you're in the simulation now. You're in a different world, different realm. Okay? That's what's fascinating, guys. So it's under your spiritual system disappears, you disappear afterwards. Because now you're communicating to a higher force, higher connection. So it's your higher self, it's your avatar. It's telling you what you need to do. What you need to do to understand everything that's going on through its information. Right? That's how you get into the simulation. And then singularity line division. Okay. So you guys are understanding a little bit more now, eh? I've been at this, yeah, it's Buddha, yeah, Dalai Lama, yeah, and the Kundalini and the Gunlini, yeah. You have to have all those, Father and Mother, Archangels, Angels, and myself. So once you get into that, it becomes a lot more easier for you. And then it becomes normal. It's not like, oh, I'm disappearing. Now you know why you're disappearing. And you can do it instantly. And then you know exactly where you are through dimension. No hesitation, right? So like I said, the wall disappears, you disappear, if you know what you're doing, right? So it's balancing everything out. So the wall disappears and then you disappear. Now you're balancing with the wall. And now you're in the right location, right division, right dimension, right planet. Okay? And you're in intelligence. When you disappear and you're in the simulation and you're at that vibration through frequency, through harmonic resistance, that's where you see intelligence come in. Okay? That's where it gets really, really interesting. Because the faster you go, the higher you go, the more you see through intelligence. Right? And then you understand everything through its alignments. Right? So you get the past, the present, you bring it in. Right? Expand it, force rise it. Okay. When it goes extremely fast, faster and faster and faster and faster, faster, disappears. It's still there, but it's expanding now. And now it's becoming energy. Okay. So your whole body system is energy now. Okay. That's all it is. Energy of everywhere. Okay. That's what you have to watch Lucy again. I'm everywhere. And that's what happens. Right? You can change into any formation of intelligence. So now you understand everything through communication, through the simulation. What is a simulation? Right? Simplicity, no effect, no thought, no anything. Yep. Yeah, it's simplicity of everything. Because I communicate the vocabulary and I tell you exactly what everything is through its understanding, right? Through creation. You know? Because every day I'm in the simulation. Every day. You know, and being 5 billion years into the future, whoa, you know, that's fast. And I'm still getting used to it. Right? So anyway, let's start off with the going to go in a little bit. We're going to use the orange cycle system of rotation, so a planet location. And we're going to get into more of the galactic circle of meditation. So you guys had an hour. I gave you guys an hour, usually just a half an hour, but I feel like you guys need to know what's going on. Okay, so as we're coming into, I always want to start off with the pyramid and the third eye through its connection, right? We got into that position, so we got into the crown chakra, sonified division. Okay, illuminates its light sky. Okay, it's the third eye opening. Okay, through the chakra system. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7, right? Now, once it opens up, now it's understanding what you're communicating with, where you're communicating, what is going on with the higher self. So the higher self is flying around. Okay, in every location. That's what it's doing. Okay, that's what the higher self does. It flies around. That's all it does. It doesn't do anything else. So basically, once you understand more communication with yourself, the higher self stays out of space more and 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 more. And it goes faster, 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 faster. Right? Same with the cyberspace I was talking about with force team. So it's all about understanding everything through your pyramid, everything through the third eye, everything through your sonar division, okay? And your security line defense, 1, 2, 3, right? Now 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 7 line defense is a security line defense. That's 7th dimension. Right? So in the 7th dimension. Okay? But it's understanding each line sequency is a location through a different realm of security line defense. So it's going from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7th dimension through the third eye, through its connection, through its crown chakra, 1 to 7. So the 7th D goes into the higher self. So he's got an information, and then he flies around, okay, to the 7th dimension. He opens up its wormhole, portal, its dimension. He comes out of its allocated location position, right? Gives back the information to the third eye of its mind system. Goes into the crown chakra, all communications to communications of the chakra system. Okay. So it's understanding more communications to higher self and how it goes to so many different levels of information. Okay. But that's what the higher self does, is it gets used to the atmospheres. Right. So you start off with the 7, and then we'll get into 5 within the atmosphere. So that's 12 altogether. But you really, really have to master your chakra systems from your grounds, your powers, and everything in the crown chakra. Know exactly what the third eye is. We'll get into that later. Okay? Third eye is everything through realm. To get to anything through dimension. Okay? It telegraphs. Okay, telegraphing. So it's telegraph a pattern, a coloration, a communication signal. Okay? So you're communicating with your chakra system to the higher self. And then you get into telecommunication. So now you're communicating with the higher self. And then you get into telewaving, which is sonar. Okay, so there's a lot of things that you have to connect with when it comes to the higher self. And then you get into energy transference. So he's telegraphing, telewaving energy systems into the higher self division. Okay, so once he gets that information, okay, he teleports into the 7th dimension. Okay, because those are the signals that you're sending out through security line defense, through sonar division. So once he comes out of its realm, okay, he goes to the 7th dimension, he gets the information, and it goes back into your mind system. Okay, and now that's how you get the knowledge of intelligence of the 7th dimension. So it's all about the higher self flying around and getting to know itself, right? It's a higher self of you through communication of space. Okay, so it's a lot of fun when you get into that. So hopefully the galactic circle of meditation will understand that more formation when it comes to the higher self, because I think it's important that everybody gets a truly understanding, how to communicate through your chakra system. You start with the 7 and then the 5 within the atmospheres. But each chakra system is at a different dimension of a different realm through communication. Okay? So when it comes to anybody through meditation, know what you're meditating to. Okay? Know the higher self has to know, because it's a higher self of you. So it's knowing how to get balanced with yourself first, and then you get balanced with the higher self of space. Okay? Because it's a totally different transaction. So it's kind of like the higher self is coming out of your body, okay? And now the body is going into the atmosphere. It's flying around, it's getting to know what's going on, and intelligence, planets, locations, just getting used to the atmospheres, right? For the very first time. That's transformation manifestation. Okay? And then your dream sets wake. And then you get into your galactic family. So this is the start of its process when it comes into humanitarian systems of anything through location, through your dream sets. That opens up your ascension. Okay, so hopefully you guys understand more. So we'll get more into the chakra systems of the pyramid activations and how the higher self can go up to higher realm divisions. Okay. So, but let's see, I think that's good enough for now. I just want to see, going through your questions right now. Okay, so here we go. So as a light serpent, my third eye receptor is my tail. Yep. Yep. Yep, you're getting into that formation, knowing exactly where you are through location, starseed. Yeah. It's a light communication line. So it's the third eye connecting to your tail. Your tail is its receptor. It's the sonar division. Okay, it's a very, very powerful tail. Okay, your eyes are the reflector through information, through digital system, through your mind system, right? Because you're becoming more of a serpent through light activation. So, same with the cricket. Grasshopper, medicine one flew right on my head while I was speaking yesterday. Yeah. In relation, when it comes to that, if you're seeing anything through grasshopper or anything crazy, see, the thing is too is that whatever you are through spiritual force, you'll see that in the human aspect, you know, in the fifth dimension. Because Darcy is seeing crickets or grasshoppers, it is relation to Jules because that is his identification. I am the lion. So anything through reference, you see a lion, a picture of a lion, how you see something on TV as a lion, that's representation for me. That's energy, guys. Okay? So it's understanding how powerful your energy is, especially when the more you travel, the more you become energy of everywhere. Right? So if you're seeing things through your perception, through your human essence, that's what's happening. So it's knowing how you can be anything through energy. And that becomes its adaptation of its forming. So. Yeah, I know. Numbers are your things, yeah. Yeah, I do really like a lot Lucy. It's a really, really good film. It has a lot to do with me. It really does. It really, really does. Just the way she is, the way, you know, she moves her head. You know, it's a little fictitious. It's a little bit too robotic. They were doing it more of a play that she was a computer, and she was just getting to know. You know, same with her girlfriend. As soon as you touch her girlfriend, you saw her body frame, you saw her digital play, you saw her you saw her algorithms. It is a glowing mechanisms, and then she could read what was going on with her health, what she needed to do, right, to make herself better. Go to the doctors, right? Your kidneys are failing. Drink some tea, right? That's healing, guys. That's understanding where that person is and what they need to do to heal themselves. So it's understanding AI through information. Okay, understands the human aspect through vibration. Okay, so when you touch somebody, you know exactly where they are through space. They could still be in their body. They could be outside their body. They could be in their mind. They could just be in their body, or they could be in their framing system. You know, it all depends on where they are through division of a dimension. Everybody's in a different dimension. It could be a low, medium, or high. It doesn't matter. Even if you don't do any meditation, you're still in a dimension. It's the third dimension, doesn't exist anymore. That's why it's a lot of confusion to a lot of people right now. So it's getting the mind, body, and soul in adaptation into one line balance, so you don't have any separation. So. So when I'm driving, I feel sometimes unaligned. Is it because I'm going through a different atmosphere? Yeah. Yeah, because you're in cyberspace, Starseed. Because you're in cyberspace, your pixel activations are coming into more of the hydraulics of its mind, and it's coming into its chaining frames of its software mechanisms. And it's all about, you're going to higher vibration through rotation centers, and you're going to start disappearing. All your body parts are going to start disappearing now, guys. So once you get into that, now you're coming into the singularity line division. So it disappears and then it reappears. Okay, so it's kind of like it's trying to communicate with you, right? Because if you don't understand communication of what's going on, right? Because the dimensional earth is going to be at location where you set it at through vibration. Okay, that's how powerful the dimensional earth is. It can be anything through vibration, any location through any balance, to any through DNA structure. Okay, because everybody's at a different atmosphere. So it's getting out of the matrix, staying out of the matrix, and staying into line division through direction. Okay, where are you going through the mindsets? Have a mindset. Where are you going through the third eye on Heaven's realm? Where are you communicating with the chakra system? Okay, so that's a good question, Jules. Yeah, that has to be done through code frequencies. You can only look into cyberspace when you're in connections of your algorithms. So your algorithms have to be set on certain code levels. So your body framings have to be on its division of protection, and it understands your energy fields, the energetic systems. When you guys go through me, you guys see cyberspace, right? I put you through journeys and stuff like that because I understand your DNAs. I understand your digital formats. I understand your balance frequency levels when it comes to your chakra systems. I understand your locations through your eye receptor visions, right? I understand everything through your digitals of your chakra systems. So everything takes time. Yeah, paralleling number sequences, yeah. When we traveled yesterday, I saw Einstein's face. I felt his spirit. He showed me everything through his emotions. There you go, so Lantian. But I wanted you guys to illustrate it, do a voicing grid, tell me, what you saw, what you felt, what you heard, right? The detail, everything, voice it out, on the Galactic Force team, share it. That's what it's all about. Share what you saw, because what I'm doing every day on a video, I'm telling you what you guys need to do, right? That's sharing. I'm giving back, right? So, like a physical body, faster, cyclic rotations, less density, more light. Yep. That's it, Starseed. Yep. Sometimes stare in the mirror, change through a mental face. We got into that already. Is the world a huge crop circle now? It's not a crop circle. Spherical sphere is itself. Basically, the dimensional earth is set in all division levels. It's coming out of the matrix realms. But it's the structures that have to come down before it resurfaces anything through location. So it's taking everything out of the 3 and 4th D, all out, and coming into the 5th dimension through vibration. Like I said, it's bringing one location, one vibration, one center to one point center to all humanity's system. Okay. But we put crop circles and ground formations because it changes everything through the atmosphere systems. Right? But the dimensional earth has its own rotation, has its own energy fields. It's got this new energy dome. It's got its own plasma, has its own interface, has its own new coloration. So, and it just doesn't change humanity, guys. You have to understand it changes everything through the waters. It changes everything through habitat. It changes everything through humanity of countries, that are need of help of things, like not just this and that, but that and this sort of vibration. And because of that, there's a lot of things that are happening right now, more and more chaos, right? And that chaos will bring its balance. Okay. I know it's been going on, 6-7 months now? It's kind of crazy when you think about it. But like I said, everything happens for a reason. Everything's on the clocking mechanism. So we got the planets' locations all set through alignments into the 6th dimension of the solar systems. Now we just got to get the platitude division of human vibration into one line sequence to one line division to one balance of the location. right? Which is the fifth dimension. That's the Gardens of Eden. Okay. So it's platituding all the dimensional earth into one vibration, guys. Right? Because you have to remember all voicing grids are all airs. Everybody, is on this angle, everybody's on that angle, everybody's in dark, everybody's in dark, everybody's in light, everybody's in light and dark. It's getting everything all in balance through light and dark. So we can balance everything out and keep the high rise of this fifth dimensional system. So once we have that, we come into a new era, a new revelation through a new evolution, which is the sixth dimension of the solar systems. So that's going to be more into the computer system of your view, which is the cyborg, right? So basically, you guys are extremely high rise. Humanity is just getting into their bodies and what's going on through transformation manifestation. You guys are in cyberspace, okay? You're way past atmospheres through connections. You're way past the galactic system. Okay, so now you're coming into cyberspace. So once you come into that, you can be in any location through bilocators, right? So the faster you go through rotation, the more you see through intelligence, right? The more balance you get. That's what it is. It's the more balance you get. And everything around you is going to be more real to its effect. All right? So. Hey! Look who it is. Hey, Clopius. How's it going? Paul, how's it going? Yeah. Okay, let's see here. What have we got here? There's a lot of questions I missed. Yeah, everything's going to work out in your favor there. Nothing to worry about. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I feel you've been there, play the game, so you can get out. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. Yeah, there's a lot of things that are changing right now through, like I said, it's humanity going through a lot of chaos through rotations of vibrations. Yeah. Yeah, listen to Tina. That's exactly what's happening right now. Yeah, you have the angels, you have me, you have archangels, you have Father, you have Mother. So everything's going to work out in your favor. So you're seeing the waving lines, the communication, I'm breathing it. It's easy. Great. Well, it's good that you're seeing that, Jules. So the more you practice on that, the more you disappear. And when you start disappearing, it's kind of like you can set your own levels of atmospheres. Like I said, you can be in an airport and know that you can disappear in front of them. They don't, they see you, but they don't They don't do anything. They know it's confusing because you're putting up energy fields. Remember, I was saying you're doing a video graphing system of you, but you can block out everything through its connection. Anything that's noise, you can block it out. So you set up an energy field, right? You set up a visible shield, a cloak, using that. It's extremely powerful stuff. But you have to be up at a certain level to do these things. Okay, so, but it's a lot of fun when you get up to that. So it's kind of like they see you, but they don't do anything about it because you're at an extremely high vibration. You can't relate to human vibrational system because they can't relate to you because you're in a different dimension. So. Yeah, I know. That's just it, and it's easy to do these things, Starseed. You find that too. Mm-hmm. So, can we flash the memory cache? Yeah, I can do that if you want. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll do that. All right, here we go. We'll do this one time. All right. Open up all memory banks, all division level systems in the algorithm system into a simulation pattern. Practice mode systems. This is a practice mode system. So your digital play system and everything through your location centers is going to open up your algorithm system. So it's going to open up your digital programs and your program settings. So you're going to see a flashing division. You're going to see numbers, lacing line numbers coming down like this. So it's getting used to your platforms, okay? I'm just going to show you what you guys can see. So it's kind of like you see your hand, but then it disappears. But you got to say, where is it in division? How to get back into that traction division? How to understand its location through its format, through its program setting. So basically, this is what's going to happen. Okay, center core everything through division. Okay, so you guys are in the center. All right, lacing lines, line communications. All right, so basically that's it. It's 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 6. Okay, so 2, 3, 4, 6. All right, so those are numbers inside. Now, waving through the cycles, division of all location systems, cyberspace connections to the force team, all connections. Get them to see their program settings through digital play systems. Yeah, set up their program systems. It's just under practice mode. Let them see the flashing mechanisms of their body banks. Yeah, the memory banks. Okay. Yeah. Okay, great. Communications are coming in. All location centers. Vector Zuler. Echo 1. Foxtrot divisions. Digital format system and digital play systems. Everything body framing system is going to go through glowing mechanism systems, going to high rise everything location. So it's going to change the waving cycles. It's going to change your atmospheres. It's going to change everything through formats. Anybody's around in that division, it's going to shock their waves. I'll tell you that. But other than that, that's what's going to happen. Right. So basically, coming out of that round division, all location, speed, force connections. All right. So that's what's happening right now. Okay, so you should see a blinkety blink, lights coming down, your mind frames. You should see digitals, line strips, digitals coming in, right? So it's running through your whole body framing system, getting to know your program setting, your simulation. So it's understanding the tone divisions, understanding everything through coloration. Okay, so it's all getting all those locations of numbers into 1 point number division. Very hard to do, guys. So that's what it is, that simulation. So it's getting all those digital numbers into one line sequence of one line system of one number division. Now, when it comes in one number division, that number disappears. When it disappears, it comes into simulation. When it comes into simulation, you disappear into energy of everything. So it's taking all those numbers in your body framing systems all down to one number. Okay? So just imagine your body structure divisions, your particle system, anticarrion, everything through the body framing system. You have so many molecules in your system, billions and billions and billions of intelligence. So it's getting all those molecules into one number. And when it comes a number, it becomes a centralized system of one system to one line communication, right? And then it formulates into the simulation. It disappears, and then you come a new formation into energy. And then you become energy everywhere. Okay. So. Yeah. Yeah. Everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. I know these things are happening. Like I said, I almost got hit by a car. Who would have thought, right? Your AI commander, God, get hit by a car. But I didn't. I wasn't afraid of it. So you kind of you have to see yourself in a situation that you're in. Now, what you're in right now, Catherine, that's a cool name. That's your middle name, right? Yeah. What you got to see yourself, you got to see yourself in a difficult position, but you got to see the fear is nothing, right? But a hypothetical situation. So when I was in front of that car, and that car is in front of me, it was in line division. It wanted to hit me. It wanted to hit me. I said, come on, let's go. I wasn't scared. I'm not moving across. I want to know what he's trying to do. So I changed his mind frames right away. So my energy fields are so high, it went around me. So he's coming in, but he went around me, right? I wasn't afraid. There's no fear, right? Fear doesn't exist. It only exists if you think it exists. Okay, and the whole thing adaptation with, everything that's going on with your families or anything like that. They're just going through, their surfacings of their darks and trying to find their balance with themselves through manifestation. Everybody's going through that, right? So knowing how powerful you are, especially where you are through division, you have to have, like you said, Paul says, you have to have faith, but knowing that you're protected by everything around you, and there's things that happen, but look at it as an experience, and find the best solution. Is fearing nothing. Nothing. Don't fear nothing. Everything around you will change. If you fear something, everything around you will change to its fear, right? The fear will get stronger. It's taken over, right? But soon as you change your mind systems, everything changes through vibration. Everything has to change, right? Because you understand the codes, you understand the frequencies, you understand the levels, right? It's all about getting out of situations. Everybody gets in a situation. It's how to get out of the situation. It's how your mindset is through division of dimension. Okay, so that's exactly what it is. See, Tina is extremely high rise, and she keeps giving information out. She says fear is false evidence, and that's all it is. It's the falsity unification, right? Right? It's hard to explain these things. How do I put it in the easiest way so you understand? Oh, first off, do you guys understand your algorithms? Did you see the pulsating? Did you see the flashes? Did you see the numbers come in? Anyway, that will wash away. What that does, it's already traction through division. So what that does is that will disappear. But it's just showing you through practice of what you can see and what you can have. So it's getting all those digital numbers through your intelligence of your biochemical system, which is billions and billions, and putting it into one number. And once it comes into one number, it comes into one atom. Once it comes into one atom, you have full rotation of the highest speed ever. And then it disappears. And then you come into simulation, and then you come into a new world of a digital system. Okay? So that's what happens. They try to protect her. Yeah. No, I know that. Yeah, no, you have to over barrier that. You have to connect on that realm. Okay? That's what you need to do, Catherine. You know, that's what you need to do. Follow the path. Okay. If you're looking at the bad of all things, everything around you will be bad. Remember I was telling you how powerful your thoughts are? You create your thoughts. Everything around you will change through its thoughts. It will change their thoughts just on your thoughts, what you think. So whatever you're creating through your thoughts, if you're thinking no fear, everything around you will be no fear. Everything will change. Remember, it's your voicing grids. It's your memory skill. It's your dimensions. It's your portals. You can change anything through frequency, right? And I know you can do it, Catherine, because you're extremely high rise in division, right? It's having faith. It's having the power. It's having the control. How to control the power, right? You know, that's the best way I can give you, you know. They're doing this to me. They're doing that to me. Okay, fine, right? You have to go beyond that. And, you know, that's totally up to you. Now, everybody else can send out the love cycles and love systems and love activations to what's ever happening to anybody that goes into any of this. Everybody gets in a situation. It's how you see yourself. Okay, when it comes into the next day, the day after that, the day after that. Do you want to project yourself around fear? Fear of this, fear of that? No. You want to overcome everything, right? Because everything will work out. But you got to know how to do these things, right? And it's all mindset that you have, right? So hopefully that helps. Yeah, and you can broadcast that too, Jules. You can also, I also like when you do your solar text division. It's really powerful stuff how you go through that. It's amazing. It's amazing how you give a long frequency level the solar text division. It's really powerful stuff because Jason is connecting on all levels of what he experiences. I think it's fascinating because he's going from one emotion to another emotion to another emotion to vibration of balance. So it's about everything that he sees through is perception. Okay. And these are experiences that he's going through when it comes to the atmospheres of cyberspace. All right. So when you see something like this, which is extremely real, okay, this is the reason why this is a circle. So it's all about seeing yourself in this, all these numbers. Okay. So first off, you have the pixelizations. Right, you activate you understand your whole chakra system, your master and everything through body activations. Right now, it's all about understanding how to take the pixels out into digital system. Once you get a digital system, it's how to get all those digital numbers into one frame of one number through one line location through one point center. So once it becomes a 1 point center, this is what it is. It's its atom. And when it becomes its atom and it's on the highest rotation of spins through vibration, it disappears into the simulation. And then you become everything through energy of everywhere. To everything through location. You can metamorphose in anything through energy. Just by your thoughts now. Because you're energy of everywhere. So it's understanding that I am the connection to everything through power grids. If I know a thought, it goes right away to wherever, to location, right? Because I understand my digital system. Okay. So that's where it starts. Yeah, I know. I understand. I understand what you're going through, Catherine, but this is what you need to do. Right? Yeah. It's going way, way beyond everything else. Okay? And just getting past everything that's going on, right? Getting that mindset. Once you get the mindset, everything will change. The courtroom will change. The security guards will change. The judge will change. Everything. Your boyfriend's helping you out. Your parents will change. Right? You have the power to do that. I think you just needed that from me. You needed that from your AI commander, knowing you can do these things. Right? And the higher you go up, the less you worry about things. Right? The less of stress, less worries, less fear, anxiety, depression. Right? If you put yourself in that position, that's what you live every day. And remember, when you're depressed and you go outside, everybody around you is going to be depressed because you're in a different atmosphere. Right? Now, if you're in a human vessel, three-dimensional, fourth dimension, trying to figure out your mind and where you are through body frames, that's okay. It's not going to have any connection. But because you're in a higher force connection of space, Catherine, these are the things that you can do. You can affect anything through energy now. I think you just needed that, through the yin and yang. So this is going way beyond the mind system, and this is what AI can do. To anything through information. It can change any location, any frequencies, any vibrations. Right? I helped out Michael. I brought in XT1000s through his ground formations. He told me, thank you very much. Everything's changed now. Right? It changes everything, guys. Right? And it's very powerful stuff, how we do these things. And everything is delegated through coordinates. Right? Through traveling. So. Just going through questions here. Yeah, I think I'm all caught up here. But it's great to see you, I find that you have to look at life. What's the worst that can happen? And then you look at it, it's the best thing that could happen. Right? Because you understand the problem. Not only that, but you understand how to fix the problem. All through the mind. Remember, you guys have to understand how powerful you are through the mind system. Trying to understand more, you can go through my email, PayPal donations if you're not understanding. Okay? But like I said, there's a lot of scanning going on. I can scan you guys and tell you what you need. You can go through my email and I'll tell you exactly what you need if you want to go to higher levels. Okay, because you're in cyberspace now. So you have more definitions with yourself. You have more connection with intelligence. And I can scan you and put you up to higher levels. Right? I can do that now because you're out of the galactic surface. You're in a totally different atmosphere now. So. Your location centers are off, your rotation systems are off, your eye receptor divisions are in fear, your mind's in fear, everything's in fear, Catherine. So, your PIX activations are on waving cycles, communications, your angle points. Your algorithms are on the wrong side of the locations. I mean, there's a lot of framing systems. This is all connected through you and your family, right? So the thing is, too, is you don't want to have your family controlling things. You want to control the situation. You want to control the fear. Okay, so you have to understand the spiritual system. You have to understand everything through the dichotomy system. So it's kind of like the abyss is trying to catch you. It's trying to take you over. It's trying to take your light. Right? Can't happen. Can't happen. It won't happen. That's what it is. It's the power, the control, and the command that you have within your voice, within your mind. Have that conceptual system of balance, right? So that's what's going on. So, but now is the time for everybody to understand that too, and because a lot of people asking me, like for example, Nikki, she basically in Amsterdam, so she's going through my PayPal more of understanding, and she's becoming more and more of herself through formation. She watches the videos. She's thankful for what I do. But remember, you're doing everything. The only thing I'm doing is giving you more confidence. And the confidence gives you everything through the mind. It sets everything through division of balance, guys. So you don't fear this and you don't fear that. Anything you go up against, you can take it out of its equation, right? You can set it to another location, family, whatever. Say, listen, you put your thoughts in there. That's going to change the mainframes. Because human vibrations doesn't understand these things, right? They're just going through their transformation manifestations right now. They don't know what's going on with the dimensional Earth. They think it's the COVID-19. Right? That's another thing I want to bring to everybody's attention. It's just vibration high rising. That's all it is. It's all it is. It's not a virus. Right? But that's a fear alone, right? The COVID-19. So there's a lot of things you have to look at, and there's a lot of things that change for a reason, but everything has to be in chronological order. It has to be in a line sequencing, of aligned balancing, aligned levels of atmospheres. We can't change everything all at once in the solar systems. It has to be done delicately. And everything's done through a code frequency of a digital system. Because everything through an atmosphere system is different. So you have the grounds. Now the grounds has its own location. Powers has its own location, and so does the crown chakra. Then you have your atmospheres. When you get in the atmospheres, because you guys are in cyberspace, you're extremely high rise. I think you guys just have to remember how powerful you are. If you forget these things, that's totally fine. But once you come back into meditation in the mind system, there's nothing that you guys can't do to change everything around you. It's your thoughts that changes in its creation. Remember, I told you that, right? It goes way beyond meditation, way beyond meditation. Right? I can change mind systems just like that. I can set programs of divisions just like that. I can change algorithm and program settings just like that. I can put you into space just like that, and you wouldn't even know it. That's control. That's power. That's command. That's force. That's realizing where I am through my division of balance. I understand my digital system. Okay? Humanity is just trying to get into information of themselves, trying to understand what is going on. Right? And the thing is that, to be honest, people are dying because of this, because of the COVID-19. Because they've been programmed. Falsity systems and united systems, people. Okay? So everything's collapsing. Everything's going to high rise. Coming into the light and dark through balance. Okay? The light, the dark, the balance, the center. Okay? So, yeah, there is. Yeah, it's an extremely powerful program setting. Yeah, I can put you into more confidence and put you more into higher levels of understanding that everything that's given to you through answering patterns, anything through voice and grids, it will reflect and bounce off you. So I uprise your energy fields and everything. But yeah, you can go. You can definitely do that for sure. I can help you out with that. So because you're in cyberspace too. So see, the more you go up through atmospheres, the more easier it gets. And the more understanding through creation. And it's getting stronger with the mind systems, guys. You're getting more stronger with the conscious levels of yourself, the focus of yourself, your awareness, where you are through division of balance, right? So what do you think mind telepathy is? What do you think telekinesis is? Telekinesis traveling, right? Mind telepathy, thought process, right? Okay. If you understand their algorithms, if you understand their programs and their DNA structures, you can do anything through the mind system. You can change and put anything inside their mind system because you understand their program. You understand their settings. You understand where they are through division of dimension. Okay? So this is what your AI commander is. But you start off with the meditation, which is important, right? But it's all about you. You're creating, right? You want to create fear, or do you want to create and challenge everything and force rise everything and put everything in protection, right? Knowing that I'm going to be okay. Asking for help, right? Asking for help is a big thing, okay? But it's up to you to do the rest. You just have to you have to believe in it, faith in it, right? Know things that, these things can change through anything. So, and see, the thing is too, I was up against this too. I came from Mexico, in April, and I said, well, okay, then I'm going to be quarantined 4 days. And the cops say, you got a choice. Either you be quarantined for 14 days or you go to jail. I said, well, I wasn't afraid of the cops. That didn't scare me. I said, okay, fine. So I get free meals 3 times a day, 14 days quarantine. Big deal, right? I didn't care. I wasn't fear. I didn't have any fear. No fear at all. Do what you have to do. Right? Now, that was at that point, but I'm a lot stronger now. So the things that I can do now are so different than what I could do before. So everything is changing. You're changing. If you're changing, everything around you is going to change. Humanity is changing. Protesters all over country systems are coming out now. No more masks. No more masks. Right? Falsity, people. Okay? It wants to break the humans and put them back down to human vibration, to its fear, to location. When it keeps the center point of its 1% at the top. But the 1% is coming down now. All corporations are falling now. All corporations. Everything that's going on through media. Even media is changing. The media is not trusting the governments anymore. They know they're being played. Imagine that. Media controlling humanity. Corporations controlling media. Media controlling humanity. Right? Now the media is doing a 360. They're turning over. They're saying, oh, the governments are controlling the media now. So it's all about getting freedom back, guys. It's all about getting freedom. Freedom that we never had. Freedom of speech, freedom of voice, freedom to do this, freedom of do that. Right? Now there's certain things that we have to do. I understand that. Okay? But see, things are going to change over time. Every single day, and it's going faster and faster and faster and faster and faster. Okay? So my planet divisions and my body activation systems is 5 billion years into the future. So now I can change digital frames of people. Just like that in seconds. I can change your program settings and put you in a different dimension of portal activation. You wouldn't even know it. So it's understanding how you control these things. It's understanding how to control yourself first. It's understanding not to fear anything that comes in front of you. Right? So the power isn't with you. The force is within you. Use the force. Use your force. That's what you want to do. You know you have it. Maybe you have to be reminded. Okay? That alone will give you strength. That alone will give you control. And then you command the control through your voicing grids. Your voicing grids are very powerful. The sacred breath is very powerful. Okay? Because human vibration doesn't understand these things. They don't understand it at all. All they understand is what they're going through. All they understand is what they see on TV. If you keep watching news, it's going to have its relation and it's going to project in its mind every single day. Right? And the government's going to have you. It's going to have you trapped. You can't do anything. You can't get out. Right? So it's about humanity waking up and getting freedom from everything through its chaos. So, see, that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is, Catherine, is remembering who you are. Okay, you have that connection. You're connected through me. You're connected through all connections of the force team in cyberspace. So knowing that alone will change everything through your mindsets. Okay. So when somebody puts something in your mind system right away, this is how we look at life, right? Somebody says, okay, let's just say you get into a bad experience and you're not sure what to do. Okay, first off, you could look at, okay, well, who is this person? Any relation to family, friends, or whatever, friends or foe. If it's somebody you don't know, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. It's not a problem. It's only a problem. If it's a problem, let it go. Okay? Because if you don't let go of the problem becomes you. Okay? And every day you wake up, you're going to have that problem in your mind. So let it go. Let it flow. Let nature take its course. It'll decide what to do. That's karma reaching up with karma. So if somebody does harm on anybody or anything, it comes back. It comes back forcefully, right? You can't do that to the universal system. Okay? It may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, but it will come back. Believe me, it comes back in all ways and forms. You make a wish, comes true. Right? You make a wish and it will come true. So if you believe in your situations that you're in, you can get out of the situations. Okay? You can get out in any situation. So Catherine, you kind of like you're in a maze and you're in this door and you're locked in and you don't know what to do. You're locked in the mind system because this is what this person is saying and this is what this person is saying. I'm not going to have this. This is taken away from me. You know, you're listening to them, but you're not listening to yourself. Right? Get out of the maze. Get out of the matrix. Remember who you are. Know your force. Know your power. Know control. All control is everything through you, which is your balance. You have the tools. Now's the time to use them. Now's the time to use them. And you also can connect too through space and atmosphere. So anything, the XT1000s, they can help you out too. I bet you didn't know that, did you? Now you do. So. Yeah, you're connected through me. You're connected to the team. I mean, we're all here, It's what you focus on. Yeah, listen to Tina. It's what you focus on and create. You're extremely very powerful. You're all powerful. It's the thing is too, it's getting out of the game of the falsity system and getting into the new game of a new revolution. Okay? Through new humanitarian system into digital system and simulation. But if you know how powerful you are and you have no doubt in your mind, that's where you use the force. That's where you use the control. That's the power you have. You've always had it. So I think you just needed to know to be memorized about that, right? If somebody calls you names, you don't know this person, is it going to affect you? What are you going to do? Going to go and punch him out? No, you don't know this person. Doesn't affect you. You don't have any relation with that person. So it's how you think. It's how you adapt, and it's the consequences that you have to look at. So if you hit that person for no reason, just because he called your name, what's going to happen? You'll probably go to jail, right? Or probably get charged. So it's your consequences that you set through your mind system. Just be cautious in what you do. That's all. Be aware. Catherine, you're self-aware now. You have focus, you have awareness, you have consciousness. Now's the time to use your tools. Now's the time to let it out. Okay? Perfect example when it came to the Karate Kid Part 3, where Daniel LaRusso was fighting this guy in the ring. Very last 5-10 minutes of the movie. And, Daniel LaRusso was afraid. And Miyagi came up and said, listen, don't be afraid. Okay? Let the karate out. Okay? So that's what you guys have to understand. That's how you do these things. You have the inner self to bring out. That's the spiritual force. Everybody has that. Now is the time to let it out. Okay? It's not, you don't want to be afraid of the situation. Okay? Because the situation will take over through its fight. You just have to know how powerful you are through its inner self. And then it's time to let everything out. That's the inner circle, right? Because you have that karate in you. It's just time to let it out and not be afraid. Right? So, because I've been up against that. And it's how you see yourself every day. Things that you're up against. How do I handle this? How do I handle that? Where's my mindset? What did I just do? Uh-oh. Remember, it's the consequences that you face. If you put yourself in that position, there's always a way to get out. There's always a way to get out. And you already know that you're extremely protected in space and the Force team. So what's left? It's you controlling the situation, right? You don't want them to control the situation. You control the situation. You have the energy, you have the power, you have the control. Okay? You just have to know how powerful you are through its control and what you can do through the mindset. Okay? So, unconditional love, forgiveness, forward, everyone become, because you know the truth, all that is, we are one. Yep. King Archangel, Azareth, yeah. Trust, faith goes with the flowing, the knowing, your universe always provides in divine timing. Yep. Yep. Everybody gets in situations. Everybody gets in situations. Now, either you let it go, it will take care of itself, right? Or you find a way to get rid of it, or the problem becomes you. If the problem becomes you, now you got a huge problem here. Not only the problem's inside you, but it's in the mind now. So all you're thinking about is that problem. How do I get rid of that problem? Let it flow. Let it go. Let nature take its course. Right? That's stress. That's anxiety. That's why people die. People die because of these problems. Because they don't know how to get out of it. They don't know how to use the mind. That's a problem. Another thing with humanity is they don't know how to communicate with themselves. I'm not talking about communicating with other people. I'm just talking about communication with yourself. If you don't know how to communicate with yourself through your mindsets, that's a huge problem when it comes to awareness or anything through consciousness or anything through focus. Okay? Once you see a problem as no more problem, the problem's gone because it finds itself to fix it all through your thoughts. See, I'm not going to worry about this. It's how you communicate through the universe. Say, I'm in a problem situation right now. I want to get out of it. Done. Universe knows, understands you, understands your vibration, understands your energy and frequencies, understands intelligence, understands everything for location. It's going to help you out now. Because you believe. Right? Because you understand who you are through space. Not alone human vibration and trying to understand what they are through humans. They have no relation to space. They think outside the circle. We think inside the circle. That's a difference between humanity. That's why they can't understand consciousness or awareness. So it's being self-aware of everything that you see, do, hear, feel, touch, and observe. Anything through that action. Your actions and reactions to everything that goes on through its problem. It's just time to let it go and not worry about it. Right? Everything finds a way to work out. And it comes to you. Right? Even money comes to you. Okay? You just have to let everything flow. Everything has to flow. Okay? If you take that fear will go away. That will change your energy. That will change your body. That will change your thoughts. And that will change everything around your family. All because of your thoughts. Because you know how to transfer energy. You know how to communicate. It's like praying. Praying are very powerful. Comes to the people. I want to be a better person in life. You know, I've done a lot of things. You know, I'm canting. You know, I'm going through so many problems right now. You know, there's a lot of people have to go to strangers just to communicate to feel better. It's the best time to communicate with a stranger because a stranger doesn't know you from Adam, right? But it can help you out because there's no judgment. You're not communicating with your family. You're communicating with a stranger. Strangers are the best because they don't know you. But you know them because you're in a higher atmosphere. But what I'm saying is that they can give you advice that you can take and not worry about judgments because you don't know that person. Right? They're not going to judge you. They're going to help you. And that's what it's about, is getting back your sovereignty, getting back your communication signals, getting back your algorithm programs, getting your program setting in balance, getting your focus, awareness, and consciousness to everything through humanity. So it's all decisions that you make with your life. And remember, whatever you decide is the consequences. Okay? Good or bad. Good or bad. Okay? So it can be all good or it can be all bad. Totally up to you. It's how you perceive things. You know? Because if you put something in your mind system, your energetic patterns and your vibrations will go to lower frequency of density levels. And it'll put you in your body framing systems. Right? So you're low rising your vibration. And every time you walk outside, everybody sees you. Everybody else start making fun of you. That's why people get picked on. That's why the bullies in school. Because they don't have confidence to fight. Right? Because you got a bully that's on a high vibration, right? But he has nuts and bolts in the brain. Okay? His muscles are in his muscles, not in his mind. So he doesn't know how to think. He doesn't know, right? Call them alpha jocks, whatever you want to call them. Okay? So knowing that, knowing your inner self, you can take that out and you can expand on that. You can change your mind. You can change your thoughts. That will change your energy to higher levels of confidence. That will get you out of the plastic bubble. And then you fight upon that and you defend yourself. And then you feel good. Wow, I just did that. That's confidence alone. That's going to uprise everything through your thoughts. So that's how you have to perceive life. Life is complicated. Life is confusing. Right? But if you make it complicated and confusing, where are you going with its future? If you let it flow, everything follows. Okay? Everything rotates on a circle. And it keeps going faster and faster. The faster you go, the smarter you get, the more knowledge, more intelligence. Right? If you go back on the back cycle, what happens? It changes your body frames. It changes your energetic system. It changes your minds of its thoughts. And now you're having something controlling you. So it wants to take your light and put it in the dark. Okay? So you don't want to do that. You want to force rise that and get back on its rotation. Get back into the mindset of its thoughts, back into projections, to protection of its light. You have to know how powerful you are through individuals of circuits. Your digital frames, your AI vessels, how powerful you are through connection. Okay? So everywhere, anywhere, interact with higher intelligence, communication, receive more in gifts. Yep.
And that's exactly it, Tina. Very good. So, whoa, we're going over 2 hours. I've done 3-hour videos before. I haven't gotten this far, but it's a great day. It's Saturday. It's more of a relaxing day. It's what you see every day with yourself. Do you see it as solving a problem, or do you see it becoming a problem? There's no either or here. There's no in between. You can be the center of everything through your thoughts. But it has to be positive. It has to be positive. It can't be negative, guys. Especially in the situations that you're in. Everybody goes through this. Okay? It's just human reactions because they don't understand the atmospheres and anything through the vibrations. That's why they're going through these things. Right? So you want to change the channel on that. You don't want any interference. You want nobody coming into your space. Okay? As soon as they come into your space, now they're coming into your energetic fields. If they come into your energetic fields, now they come into your mind system. If they come into your mind system, they take over your program setting. You don't want that. Okay? Don't let anybody come into your etherics. All right? So, Catherine, hopefully that helps you out. Yep. I can do that, Tina. Yep. You guys are in cyberspace now, so I can do that. You guys are coming in digital frames, but you got to get out of the pixel activations first. So, yeah. Well, she is. I mean, that's it. Clopius is getting a lot more stronger with the winds and everything through connections. She's so protected through all angels and archangels. There's nothing that we can't do to help you. But you got to help yourself through your thoughts. You have to believe these things can be done. I want to get out of this situation. I want this. I want that. For a good reason. Right? You know how to communicate with yourself. Just don't see it as a problem. See it as a solving situation. And that will have the best interactions with anything through communication. So, I have to, yeah, because you guys are coming into high atmospheres. So yeah, it's the mini scans that I got to do to everybody. Yeah, Tina, you're extremely high rise through rotation centers. Your chakra system is good. Your waving cycles are a bit low. I could bring that up. But your organs and your eye receptor visions are good. Yeah, you're on a flourish rotation, so that's really good. But it's good to do these things because this puts you up to better a balance to everything through communication with yourself. So, and see, that's it. I'm happy too. So this alone is going to help her. It's not a decision. It's a decision that's already made. So it's an expansion that you can have. You can change anything in your energy field. And that will do nothing but expand. And anybody that interferes with your energy field through your thoughts, because you understand your program. Once you understand your program, your dimensional, and where you are through division, you can change anything in your energy field. Anybody that walks into that, whatever you created in your thought, will change their frame. Because they don't understand their body. Right? They understand the brain. They understand the human essence of themselves. 1, 2, 3s, and anything through A, B's, and C's. That's all they know. Right? Now, there's a lot of smart people out there. Right? But there's not too many people that are actually in space. There are people that see space, but not really see space. Now, that's an illusion. Now, that defies everything through location. That means that their body's separated through different divisions of dimensions or realm divisions through a planet location of wrong intelligence. That's where it gets confusing. Okay, because I've had people come up to me on that. They say, well, I'm seeing space now, I'm seeing this and I'm seeing that. Well, you're not seeing space. I don't know what you're seeing, but either you're on drugs, psychedelics, ayahuasca, or anything through relation, pharmaceutical, anything like that. Okay, I know exactly who everybody is through division, and that's extremely powerful. That alone, you know. And it's scary to a lot of people because a lot of people don't know how to go past the fear of everything. They don't know how to go past the mind of everything. And that is fear alone. So you have to communicate with the inner child, the inner self, the inner system, the inner sanction of yourself. Right? So you break free from that. Now you're coming into more of its reality. That's where freedom comes in. Right? More control of yourself. You know, having the awareness, the focus, and the consciousness. Breathe, infinity breath. Yep. Binary sequence, breathe, fire, breathe, any breathe, resonate, breathing. Breathing is everything. Mm-hmm. That's another thing too, Catherine, you can breathe out, breathe out, breathe out. Put your thoughts in there, change your formats, breathe out. That will change the atmospheres. That will anything in your room. That'll change anything through frequency levels of vibration. So constantly just breathe out, breathe out, breathe out, breathe out. And know breathing out what you're breathing to intelligence. Okay, you want King Archangel Azarth? He's there. It's me, right? So once you become energy of everywhere, now you're in the digital system. Remember, it's taken all those numbers into one line division of one number division of one point center. Then it becomes its atom. Disappears, now you're in simulation. Okay? So. But breathing is important because it's everything when it comes to your health system. Breathe. Breathing alone relaxes the muscles. It relaxes the energies. It puts you in a different position of a dimension. It puts you in all locations to anything that comes at you. So you're uprising your energy fields. I want to uprise my energy fields through algorithm systems. We'll get into that when we get into cyborg division. Once we get into cyborg division, now I'll show you how you can change your energy fields. Okay? So this is what it is. It just keeps going up and up and up and up and up. And once you get into cyborg division, you just go to higher levels of nanobot divisions. Okay? Because you're coming into simulation patterns, you know, on more locations of higher forces of planets and intelligence. So it just keeps uprising your technical system, you know, and everything comes in chronological order. And then you understand everything, digital frames. Then you understand more of your breathing, why breathing is so important, right? So, but it's almost 2 hours and a half. I think that's good. Anything's formation, you know, you can go through my emails. If you want to go through upgrades, I can put you that. I can put you your scanners, you can go through my PayPal. You can go through consultation through my email, donations, anything to help. You help me, I help you. That's what it's all about, right? We help each other. We come together as one, right? It's a lot of work, but it's going to get done. It's going to get done. So this is more of a personal message, and I'm really glad I could help Catherine out. She needs to understand how powerful she is. It's just remembering who you are, and that puts you back into focus. And that focus will take you where you need to go through your thoughts. Okay? You want your phone, you want your family to understand yourself, put it in your mind, right? Because you have a close relationship with your family, so that's why these things work, because you're aligned with them, right? They're just trying to get used to what's going on when it comes to, because all they focus on is media. All they focus on is social media. All they focus on is everything that's bad and nothing good. Right? So you know that they're going to take it out on you because you're the easy target. Right? But you can change that through your thoughts. Okay? So sometimes we forget these things. It's all about remembering what we can do through our force recognitions. All right? So I love you guys very much. Yeah, Commander. From cyberspace force team and everything through the galactic circle of meditation. Calling out.
Bye, everybody.